Welcome back to our Canaries Walk. This week we're starting off with some condemnation from the Norwich fans. Disgraceful lack of finishing quality from Borja, bordering on arguably was unprofessional. He let the team and the supporters down. Sainz shushing the fans after missing 2 one-on-ones is an absolute joke. Bench him next week. We've got some Norwich fans assembled ready to discuss that and the disgraceful performance in Wales. Roll the titles and let's get straight into it. Norwich are back. Well, you did say after the Coventry result, let's not get too hasty with things going well, and you were right to do so. Welcome back to our Canaries Walk. Thank you for joining us. We've got Oliver and Matty with us. Please do drop us a subscribe if you haven't yet already done so. Let's jump straight into it. Oliver, how bad was that?
Well, it definitely wasn't great. Look, seemed like the international break on we just killed our rhythm a little bit, to be honest. Like, I was being good after Coventry, and now today it's just starting all over again, and it hurts.
Yeah, up we go. There's no momentum in this Norwich season. We're going to be here every other week, aren't we? We are asking the question, though, what's going on with Sainz? That was a really bad performance, and was he unprofessional in his conduct as well? We'll explore that, and we're also looking at left-backs as well and reviewing everything to do with left-backs. Matty, you were there in the stands, unfortunately. What did you make of it?
I'm going to try and stay level-headed. I don't think it was as bad. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't good. But I don't think it was as bad as maybe some of the initial reaction. You know, people are quick on social media to slag the team off or the coach or whatever it might be. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't good, but still feel like it was an improvement on a lot of what we saw last season. And on another day, Borja Sainz scores 2 or 3 goals. We had chances that like I said, on another day we certainly draw it, maybe win it. I don't think we deserve to win it, but I think we were worthy of a point yesterday.
Yeah, bogey side, Swansea again for you. Where do you, both of you, I mean, there's lots of people are saying about the coach and so on. We'll come on to that in a minute, but Borja Sainz has arguably rattled a few, in particular ones that were there, who felt his finishing was not only wayward, but unprofessional. And then, did he shush the fans? The end is that something you saw, Matty, from the stands?
Yeah, there was a little bit. I was at the back, but I did see it was like close to 90, or it was very, very much near the end of the game, and he'd had like a few like big opportunities, and something happened. I don't know if he was one-on-one with the keeper. I can't remember exactly when it was, but there was a little bit of the fans are getting on his back a little bit, and he. I just thought he'd bitten back and said something. I didn't see him like shush anyone, but there was definitely sort of a little bit of confrontation between him and a few of the fans in the front rows. So yeah, it's not what you want to see, is it?
Only a couple of weeks ago, we were lauding him on this channel, though, as someone who's unplayable. Oliver, not good to see, is it?
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, I honestly didn't hear much about it. I just sort of heard about the confrontation. But look, he definitely should have scored some chances. But I think with Borja Sainz, it's about getting the games in. On we know he has ability, and I do think that will come in the forthcoming games.
Okay. We know there's lots of Norwich podcasts around, but so we're very grateful for you to listening and watching to this one. You can download it on Spotify and, of course, subscribe to us on YouTube. We are the only one that looks at social media takes, good and bad. Let's have a look at some of this week's collection. You could probably get an inkling of the flavour of what they're going to be like. Here's Rate My Take. Matty, Ben says Gibbs isn't worth bringing on if he doesn't have a clue how to kick a football. Is that harsh?
I actually saw that comment this morning, funnily enough. It was a strange one, actually, because we had Kevin Fisher, I think, on the bench, who's a right back naturally, and has come on and looked decent over the last sort of 12 to 18 months or so. So bringing on Gibbs instead of a natural right back was a little bit strange. I had two criticisms of the coach yesterday, which not massive criticisms, but things I think he maybe got wrong, and that was one of them. So Gibbs doesn't. Yeah, when you're chasing a game, Liam Gibbs unfortunately isn't the type of player that you want to see coming on. Doesn't fill you with masses of confidence and playing out of position. He's played everywhere for us, to be fair. He's played left back, now he's played right back. He's played centre mid. He's played as a 10, but he's not that bit of quality you want coming off the bench, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think lots would agree with that. Oliver Carl says another poor performance. The manager will be sacked before Christmas. Surely not.
No, yeah, Carl, I completely disagree. Unfortunately, like you have to look at the bigger picture here, and like sort of Matty touched on to earlier, like what we saw yesterday, that was miles better than what we saw at the Wagner, and it's only been a couple of months, so I think we just need to remember that. And like we said earlier in the season, this is people are going to be sick and tired of hearing this, but this is a project, and it's going to take time. We have to stick to it.
Okay. All right. And then Billy says, poor today, boys. Sainz would have normally scored most of his chances. Cordoba and Hernandez done well coming off the bench. Yet to see something from Ante, but he is 20 years old. What have you seen of that list there, Matty, so far? Do you agree with that particular tweet?
Yeah, I think, like I said, Sainz on another day. He does. I agree with that. He's there's a couple of strange chances that he's missed. And on another day, he scores one. He scores two of them. Maybe he scores a hat trick. He had a hat trick of good chances or presentable chances. So yeah, that doesn't concern me too much. Going back to what Oliver said actually about him, he's that type of player that. He's a bit of a flair player. He's going to have those bust-ups with the fans occasionally. He reminds me a bit of Wendy, where he's got that sort of flair in him. So that's not too concerning. Cordoba has looked good when he came on. I'm very glad that my Panamanian song about Cordoba's caught on amongst the stands. That's nice to see. The mention of Hernandez, he looked very good, to be fair to him. And Cernak, yeah, he's raw, isn't he? Like, I don't know what we're expecting from him. He's 20-year-old. He's never played in England before. I think give him a bit of time. He's a big lad. He's quick. He's physical. He looks like he can score goals. So give him a bit of time. He only played 15, 20 minutes yesterday. So let's not be too critical of him, I don't think, yet.
Okay. And finally then, Oliver, Thurrock start by getting a new captain. And I like this one from Caleb. We are so back. Love that, Caleb. What about the captaincy then, Ollie? There's a couple of people saying leadership is an issue out there. Go on.
I think there's bigger issues, to be honest, than the captain. I mean, look, we have leaders in the team. Like, I think any of the boys could be the captain, but it's just about the performance on the day, really. I don't think anything yesterday was much down to the leadership, to be honest. No.
Okay. Can I also ask you about goalkeepers, because your goalkeeper had a pretty rough week internationally. But your faith is he's never put a foot wrong so far for Norwich, has he? Certainly not this season.
No, yeah, he's like you watch George Long and you just realise the quality of Angus Gunn. I do think he is the best keeper in the league. That is my opinion, but we rate him very highly at Norwich, and that's because he's just so consistent for us.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. What we'd love you to do is please send in your tweets, put Rate My Take as a hashtag at the end of it. Let's have a chat then about the next game, which of course is at home. Feels like Norwich haven't been at home for ages. It's nearly been a month, hasn't it? Watford then come visiting. So last time they went away, they were at Sheffield United and put in a very poor performance. Their fans weren't particularly happy with it. Does this need to be 3 points, or would you take a draw now, Matty?
I think just to silence some of those people, was it Carl that was tweeting about the manager getting sacked before Christmas? Just to shut a few of those people up, we need 3 points. We need to. Football fans can be fickle, can't they? It goes from that high and then that low, and all of a sudden he's either the best thing since sliced bread or he's going to get sacked. So I think we could do with. I think our home form this season needs to be solid, and I think we will have a decent home record this season. And I think just to get a little bit of feel good back, I think we could do with 3 points. Don't really want a point. Like you need to win your home games, don't you? So I'm pretty optimistic about us winning on Saturday. But then again, I was optimistic ahead of Swansea, so that proves nothing, does it? But I think we do need 3 points. Yeah.
Okay. What changes does he need to make, Ollie, to that starting 11 based on how Saturday went?
I do think we missed Slimani's physicality, physical presence in the midfield. Sorry, but he was injured apparently. So if he's not available, then it's difficult because I do like Forsum, but obviously he's just sort of adapting right now. He's in that stage where, you're going to get some good from him, but as we saw on Saturday, he's going on moments where he's not so great.
Okay. Watford have started the season well, but do you see any problems in this one, Matty?
I'll be honest with you. I used to not know a lot about Watford, but Watford are one of them teams that, a bit like us, up and down, a decent team, like a good championship team, but not quite good enough for the Premier League. In the last sort of 18 months or so, I don't know as much about them, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm not massively fearful, but maybe that's very bad naivety on my part. They're not a team that scare me massively, though.
Okay. All right, then.
Famous
Let's have a
words.
look. Yeah. You might regret that next week. Okay, each week we've been looking, of course, at different positions across the pitch. We've already done goalkeepers, we've done central defenders, so now it's the turn of left backs. It's a position we've been speaking a lot about on this channel over the last couple of weeks due to one individual. But let's get these guys' thoughts on left backs. So, the question here, Oliver, is Callum Doyle gets injured. Are you in a mess?
I would probably say so. Yes. I actually think Christine's been solid for us so far. But yeah, again, I think Doyle's better as a left centre back. He's big guy. He's more definitely suited for a centre back role. But if he picks up an injury, that's going to be a big blow. But saying that, we have got Cordova, who's also a left foot, and if worse comes to worse, I'm sure he could fit in there.
Okay, Matty, is left back an area which you think we've much underinvested in?
Potentially, because we lost Sam McCallum to a free contract in the summer, and Dimitris Giannoulis both went in the summer, both left-footed left backs, and fans, didn't dislike them. It was just, one of those things where the club obviously thought they weren't, the future. So then to bring Creseni in, who's obviously a young lad still from Villa, probably looks like a bit of potential. And then Doyle, who's played at left back, but I agree with Oliver. I think as a left centre back, he looks stronger because of that physicality, and in terms of sort of us playing the football that Hoftorp wants us to play and playing out from the back and being strong and playing those forward passes, Doyle's very good at centre back. So I think I'd like him to stick with Creseni at left back and then Doyle at left centre back, or Cordova. It's a strange one, isn't it? Because we've got two centre backs who've been brought in who are both left footed, and I was saying this on the train on the way home last night. Loads of teams play with two right-footed centre-backs, so why can't we play with two left-footed centre-backs? If we play one of them at right centre-back, one of them at left centre-back, and then still play with Creseni at left-back, I think we'd be all right. So I'd really like to see Stacey right back, Cordoba, Doyle, and Creseni as the back four.
Okay. Yeah, it is quite unique, isn't it? I can't even remember, side that having that. Okay. And our question for you, viewers in the comments, is quite a big one, actually. Who's the best left back the club has ever had? We'll let these two think on that for a second. But yeah, comment below, please. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. We love making this content. We know there's lots of Canary podcasts out there. Matt is also part of other ones as well, who are all very, very good. But we are the quickest and most comprehensive 20-minute listen on all Norwich stuff in the week. So please drop a subscribe. Our target is to get to 50 by the end of the week. If you can do that for us, we would love you so much. Okay then, best left back for the club ever. Any of you want to volunteer? Any suggestions?
I'm going Adam Drury.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing the Premier League for us, playing the Championship. Him at left back, Darren Huckabee at left mid. That's a dream combination.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. And finally, then we're into September. The club have already made the Man of the Month, Player of the Month award. We're asking you for your unsung Player of the Month award. Who's the player that hasn't got the flowers, who hasn't got the headlines, but has done a steady job? That's gone a little bit unnoticed. So, Ollie, I'll come to you first on this one.
It's tricky, but I'm actually going to say Nunez because I think he's been quite tidy. I actually think his passing, I think what he does for us does go a little bit unnoticed, and I think he's actually quite integral to the way that Hoftorp wants to play. So, Nunez is my man.
Excellent. Matty?
I am going to go, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to go Onel Hernandez because I was at Palace in the League Cup game and he was pretty decent there. He played from the left and then he played through the middle a little bit. He came on yesterday and I've always been critical of his end product. But yesterday he made things happen. He's quick, direct, robust, and he had the right back on toast for the 10, 15 minutes or so that he was on. So, and we could have scored from a couple of chances he created. So, felt a bit sorry for him yesterday because he actually delivered where he doesn't normally. So, I'm going to say Onel Hernandez because he's had a few, when he's come on, he's looked decent and he's looked sharp. So, if we can get more of that out of him, and he loves the club as well. I know that's no reason to stick around, keep a player, at the club for long, but he loves the club, he loves the fans, and his performances of late have been pretty decent. So, he's my unsung hero of late.
All right. Thank you very much, both of you. If you disagree with any of that, you know what to do. Drop us a comment below. Next week, we are reviewing right backs. So get thinking of who's the best right back for Norwich ever. That will come to you next week. And also, we're going to obviously review the Watford game as well. Thank you very much, both. Enjoy being back at Carrow Road. And we will catch up with you next week. Thank you very much for watching.